Today, Ellie, we are going to talk about nicotine replacement.
Okay.
So a lot of people suggest vaping. You might be sat there watching this going, why don't you just vape for a bit? I've seen so many times people go from heroin onto Subutex and spend 5 years addicted to heroin and 8 years addicted to methadone trying to come off of the heroin.
I lost 3 years of my life on heroin and another 5 years on a methadone program that was meant to get us off it.
Nicotine and certain other substances like that create their own need. So what I mean by that is having a cigarette is what creates the need for the next one physically, and then from there you spiral and continue. So if I was to move on to vaping, for example, I would just vape, probably more so than I smoke. It's a bit more, dare I say, socially acceptable, but you can get away with it in more places, you know. And that doesn't appeal to me. If I want to quit smoking, I want to quit tar and nicotine. I don't want to just move over to an e-cigarette. Ah, bollocks.
You have a camel blue?
Small and big.
Small.
Oh man, I'm so annoyed at myself. Pegs weren't even so bad. Sweating quite profusely, but it's mental obsession, man. Exactly the same stuff. Mental obsession. But it's okay. Last one. Feel quite shitty about it as well, because I've been with Ellie all day, and the moment I leave her alone, I end up in a little mini bar. It's very familiar behaviour to my girlfriend at the time of when I had a serious alcohol problem. Very similar behaviour. I used to just sneak off and I don't know, stupid excuses like I need oregano. Exactly the same mental obsession. People's entire lives took place in these. So yeah, little slip up with smoking. With this vlog, the whole intention of it, the whole idea of it was to be as honest as possible. I'm not going to pretend not to smoke when I'm smoking, you know what I mean, for the sake of a video. Totally defeats the point of it. As I mentioned, accountability is a big thing. Yeah, and I'm an honest person. Did feel like shit though. It was very reminiscent of some old feelings, very different level, very different scope. But some similar feelings. Kind of ashamed of myself really, but yeah, talking to Ellie and Sam about it, both of whom were super supportive, but it's physical pangs, like why did I have a cigarette? Physical pangs, pretty minimal. I was sweating a lot and just a bit fidgety in my own skin, but as I mentioned, it's the mental obsession, and that's kind of why I classify nicotine as such a drug, because when I stopped drinking and drugging, a big part of that lesson was not categorizing things as like, this is weed, this is acid, this is heroin, crack, cocaine, alcohol, but just realizing that the obsession is the same. And it's exactly that with smoking. It's the mental obsession. As you start thinking about it, you can't, something sort of takes over you, and you walk past a little tiny mini mart and you go, oh, I'll have a packet of cigarettes, please. Of course I know what I'm doing, I'm not an idiot. Also, I didn't chop any of this wood, it was just a really cool shot and it makes me look kind of manly, so. Who knows if you can hear me over chicken and water, but when in Rome, right? So, today and smoking. I planned to smoke 0 cigarettes, and I smoked this many cigarettes. As I said a minute ago, I wanted to be honest about it, for sure. And there's always tomorrow. I'm most certainly going to keep vlogging until I've quit smoking. That's kind of the idea of it. Yeah, every day's a lesson. It's all good. It's a tough hill to climb. But super tired this evening. Got a very exciting day ahead of us tomorrow. But I wake up fresh as a daisy. Much the same, trying my best to avoid that first cigarette, the introduction of nicotine into my system. The longer I can put that off, the better. But I'm doing something I very much love with people I very much love tomorrow. So it should be easy, welcome distractions. I think that's all for today. Sleep tight.